For thousands of years, humans were the only species capable of discovering new knowledge. But now, something has changed. A machine has started designing experiments, analyzing results, and helping scientists discover new breakthroughs. Are we entering the age where AI becomes humanity's research partner?
We aren't just talking about standard software that formats your citations or runs basic statistics anymore. We're talking about genuine, autonomous scientific discovery driven by artificial intelligence. The monopoly humans have held on discovery is, quite frankly, officially over.
Here is our roadmap for this explainer. We'll quickly cover the old way of discovery, the rise of AI scientists, how AI discovery actually works, some real-world breakthroughs, and finally, the big question this all raises.
Let's start right off with Section 1, the old way of discovery.
Before all these recent advancements, the whole journey was entirely on us. A human scientist had to come up with the idea, manually set up the experiment, gather the data, and then try to pull a scientific discovery out of it. It's a beautifully human process, sure, but it is incredibly exhausting.
And let's be real, it comes with some serious historic bottlenecks. Experiments can literally take years to complete. Human mistakes, they naturally happen in the lab all the time. Plus, today, we are generating these massive oceans of data that simply cannot be processed manually by our brains.
Which brings us to our next point, Section 2, the rise of AI scientists. Modern AI agents completely flip the script on those human limitations. We now have systems that can instantly read thousands of research papers, create totally original hypotheses, design the complex experiments needed, and then analyze vast experimental results. They even suggest iterative improvements for the next round of testing.
So the best way to think about it is this. Instead of having a calculator that only solves the equations you feed it, we now have a research assistant that can actually think through complex problems right alongside you.
Let's move to Section 3, how AI discovery actually works.
Demystifying the black box here, the workflow is actually surprisingly clean. For the input, you feed the AI agent scientific papers, experimental data, and your research goals. That goes into the AI reasoning system. And the output? You get possible discoveries, full experiment designs, and incredibly accurate predictions. The engine driving this is fascinating. According to recent computer science research, it's often a system called MACHI, Multi-LLM Agent Collaborative Intelligence. Think of it like putting together a panel of experts. By orchestrating multiple AI agents to work together, they can actively critique each other, which solves the old problems of long-range planning and self-correction.
So that's the theory. Let's hit Section 4, real-world AI breakthroughs.
This isn't just sci-fi anymore. The journal Science recently reported on an AI agent conducting autonomous biomedical research. We are talking about fully automated laboratories where AI is diving deep into protein research and actively designing new medicines. It's happening right now.
And the global scientific community is literally restructuring around this technology. As documented in Nature, a Nobel-winning chemist recently left the US to direct a groundbreaking dedicated AI materials lab in China. AI-driven discovery is becoming the new gold standard for institutions worldwide. But hey, it's not just the hard sciences. Nature also reported that large language models are predicting the outcomes of social science experiments just as accurately as human experts. And here's the crazy part. They can do this even for experiments published after the AI was trained. That is some unbelievable pattern recognition.
Naturally, this has kicked off an intense geopolitical race. Data from Our World and Data shows that while U.S. companies historically dominated the top 50 most used AI models, China has grown rapidly to claim 20 of those models by May 2026. The rest of the world? Barely a blip in the top tier right now.
That leads us perfectly into our final section, Section 5, the big question.
As these tools integrate into our labs, we hit a massive societal conflict. Think about it. If an AI can discover, who owns the discovery? The scientist who typed the prompt? The company who built the AI? Lawmakers and patent offices are completely scrambling over this right now.
We have got to ask ourselves some pretty heavy questions here. Will human scientists simply become managers of AI? Will AI drastically accelerate medicine and biotechnology? And on the flip side, could autonomous AI agents discover something incredibly dangerous if they're left unchecked? I'll leave you with this thought to wrap up this explainer. The biggest invention of the 21st century may not be a new machine. It may be the creation of a machine that helps us invent everything else. Thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you in the next one.